Pranam Swamiji. So today we have kept this session as open house discussion session, and we thought one or two questions maybe we can discuss on that. So there was this question on we have uh, in previous lectures we have many lectures on discipline, and this was another question. When we talk about importance of discipline, is it an easy path or is it a difficult path? How to look at it? What is the interpretation?
The discipline path.
Yes, Swamiji. Does it make our life difficult or does it make our life easy? What is the analysis?
See, the definition of easy and difficult, it varies person to person. For example, so when students are studying, some students will find their studying serious. That means seriously means in a disciplined manner, forgetting or ignoring all external attraction. Because their mind is so focused. So in a disciplined manner, they are studying, focusing to achieve their goal. So ignoring all the attraction, external attraction, generally youth mind are interested. So for him who is studying, he is not finding it difficult because he is focused on the result and he understood for the good result. First thing is discipline. Second, you have to ignore such extraction, such bad thoughts or which disrupt your concentration, the things which hamper your concentration. So he is studying without any difficulty. He makes discipline is a part. Not only part of the life, it is the essential to achieve the goal of the life. Whereas some people, students, they thinking it is very difficult because to make a disciplined life, they have to ignore, they have to give up all external excitement, external attractions, and external temptation, which they cannot cope. So they want to go for that. Their mind is so they're trained. They want to go there, want to spend the time. They cannot ignore it. So if they see the other students, they have ignored it and control the external temptation, they think their life is difficult for them. Disciplined life is very difficult for them because they are so much attracted by the external forces. And the boy who is studying with disciplined manner, he is not feeling such. So that also depends on the interest, how you are interested, focus. So difficult is for them who want to make an easy life. Easy life means they are very much attracted by the external destructive forces or external such forces which are detrimental to concentration. Focus the mind for the study. But this is the truth we have understood, that the persons who have a difficult life through discipline in the eyes of others, afterwards, after the examination, the result is good marks, so life becomes easy. Whereas that indisciplined life, not indulging all external temptation, though easy in that case, in the life pattern, but what will be the result after the examination? Naturally, it will be very bad. So life is become difficult. Difficult means they will feel they will not get the good chance in the college. They will be unhappy. Their desires, their expectation, everything will be suffer. See, here one thing I remember. One disciple has gone to his guru and he is asking, Gurudev, why mind is so unrest? I cannot do the meditation. And mind always disturbed, distracted thoughts are coming. Then he told, you ask that boy who is working in that, you call him, the person who is working in the nearby shop as an employee. He called him. Then Gurudev asks that disciple, you give 500 small load and you give him count it, but you don't tell the what is the amount. You ask him whether you count it, and if it's the exact amount, you will get some prize. Now, prize or nothing, okay, just you simply count it. So the employee counted the money and tell the exact rupees 500. Even that time there is a noise of road pollution, noise pollution through road. People are talking, something is dim, and noise of the buses, taxis. Then Gurudev asks that disciple, how he is correct, even though there is a disturbance of the sound, different kind of sound around him. But he counted the money once and it is the number, counting is exact, correct, 500. How it is possible? Around so many noises is there. So the thing is that when he is counting, so careful, so much alertness, that sound around him is ignored. Similarly, the mind, when mind is restless, first thing, your mind is not ready, that much love, concern, alertness, sincerity is not there. So that outside sound, outside thought is disturbing you. During the counting of the money, no thoughts entered in the mind. Even external atmosphere, external pollution, noise pollution, not disturb him or to make him mistake. He never does the mistake, apart from the so many difficulties. Similarly, mind is unrest because your interest, he is interested in the money, Our interest is external temptation, external thoughts. Second point, that we are not sincere, alertness, careful when you are doing the meditation. But while counting the money, these three things are there: careful, sincere, alertness, and love for the money. Love is there. So mind is restless, it is its nature. But you have to develop these four qualities so that you can, amidst so much pollution, noise pollution around you, thoughts, and external temptation, you can overcome and meditate. So discipline is most important in our life to make the mind very strong, alignment of the mind, focus of the mind. Discipline is a barrier for indisciplined thoughts. Discipline is a barrier for indisciplined thought, haphazard way of thinking, haphazard way of living the life. And so those people who live to haphazard way, not a systematic way, for them discipline is an enemy. But they do not know discipline is the method by which we get joy, peace of the mind, which you want. So discipline, you have to, through discipline, we can achieve everything in the life. All successful persons are disciplined in that way. In their field, discipline means they have the tremendous power of the mind to focus on their target, ideal, goal. Any ambitious people or any successful person in any field of the life, either in a worldly life or spiritual. So indirectly or directly helping the discipline to bring the alertness, concentration, focus, and discipline helps to avoid external temptation from our mind.
Yes.
So two way of seeing the discipline is a good or bad, is a two ways. The persons who are very much tempted, very much external temptation is there. External enjoyment, everything external for them, discipline is difficulty. But life is very difficult.
Yes, Swamiji.
But yes.
Yeah, so Swamiji, you have highlighted that if we chose a difficult path, which is like, very good disciplined life, then in the end, the life becomes easy. But if we have a easy path, which is an indisciplined path, then in the result in the end will be much more difficult. Now, when we are talking about discipline, this is a very common challenge with all the students, that students are able to do 6 hours, 8 hours of studies. Uh, Maybe in the past, sometime in the past, 6 hour studies, 8 hour studies, and now there are no studies. So when they start with a disciplined life, from first day they want to start with again 8 hours, and they do this for only 1 or 2 days, and again it is broken. So you have always shared as start slow steps, don't take high jump, long jump. But in actual practice, it is very difficult to tell us that we have to do it very slowly, and so 1 or 2 day discipline and again it is going back and it is not happening. So what is the exact thing where we are missing, and how to lead about it, how to go about it?
See, that is very simple. That is a practice. A small boy, when he started learning, how much time he studied? Mother again back, boy ran away, mother again taking back. This goes on 1 year, 2 years. Practice. The small boy is not ready to read and sit for the 10 minutes, 1 hour. It is very difficult for him. Mother casually again getting back. After 2, 3 years, mother's help is not necessary at all. He understood. He has some kind of developed the feelings, maturity. He sits for the study. Mother need not to tell. So beginning we have to do it. Come, read, again you have to bring. अभ्यास न तो कौनते हो, practice, जाएगा, आएगा. Then after certain time, mind is adjust to tune, remain in the silence. You will not go back to external thoughts or worldly things. Because mind is maturity, they have realized it, mind wants to live in that tranquil situation, tranquil mind. So that time, the maturity has come, need not to so much practice is necessary from his own age. Sitting, mind is become tranquil and you want to get that status level of the mind for longer period of time. As after 2, 3 years, boy understood and he sits alone to study. So unless this is come, we have to practice. Mind will go away, cannot take him back, go away, take him back. This will continue till mind develop that interest, tremendous interest. The state of the mind is tranquil, no worldly thoughts. Mind is so peaceful. This feeling comes, then the maturity comes, then you need not to practice physically by ever. Then I have to sit, till my no, go. That time, mind is cooperating you. Lord, you sit down, no worldly thought, have a very peaceful mind.
Yes.
I think
Yes, Swamiji.
for the
Yeah. Swamiji, last week we were discussing, so some point you have just mentioned about the story of Ravana, the king Ravana. He was a Dashagranthi Brahman. They say that he has read all the Vedas, the Upanishad, and he was the authority in speaking about scriptures and everything. Even more knowledgeable as far as the scriptures than Rama, Lord Rama himself. So he was a sort of a Kulabhushan, but in the end we see that Rama has failed badly. So why he was? What is the cause, and how we should? What is the central theme we should learn from this story? Kulabhushan.
just central theme is there is the purpose of Vidya. Vidya dadati vinaya. That is the purpose of Vidya, education. So educated people have a humility, more humility, just like a mango tree goes down due to the weight of the fruits. But the Vidya, just like a Ravan, not dadati vinay, dadati aham, I am, I am. Or really, he was the Brahman and he is the only that time that who studies Ved, Vedanta, everything. He thinking, I am the alone person. So, ego inflated. So, That is why Ravan was so ahankari. So it is all a bhushan. These are all qualifications. All the qualifications Ravan which he had. That time no other person had this kind of quality. He may be called the one person. He knows that I am the only person who knows all those things. This Vidya Dadati Vinaya. Here Vidya Dadati Aham, not Vinaya. Then that is it becomes Bhushan, Ikan, Dushan. That means that is that Bhushan is kill him. This ahankar, Bhushan means this is big ego. Ego will kill him. He thinks that people know he is a so much glamorous, knowledgeable person, with karma. So this aham kill him. We find in the Ram, he has no so much of in that kind of bhushan. His bhushan is surrender to God. Dadati Vinay. Everything he has Vinay. This is not mine. This is God's, God. So Ravan's this bhushan, all these degrees, panditya is ahankar. And Ram's is only the bhushan is God's love, surrender to God. So one is aham, one is surrender. Aham means it will kill you as Ravan. So bhushan, all the qualities in our eyes become a dushan. It is killing you. Ultimately, we have seen it. Whereas in the case of Rama, everything he has become a bhushan. Issa, God. So they call when any karma linked to the God, that become bhushan. Any karma linked to the ego, that is a dushan.
Yeah. So you have given
Okay.
the another example of King Bali Raja, who was a he was
The sacred because Dhanyabadha Bali Raja. Raja, because of the he never think all these properties his. It is God's. So God's came in the guise of Brahman. He has given everything. He does not know. Even he has no place to stay. He also, Bali also like Ravan, is a very must educated self, but he always have a God consciousness. So God has come, he asking, I'm giving. No calculative mind. So Dhanabadha Boli Raja. So the being a Rakshas, he is born in Rakshas Kula. But he is worshipped, respected. Same thing, gods. If you think it is anybody can think it is gods, all is become even bad thing is there, that become a bhushan. Dushan become bhushan when somebody surrender to God. Whatever dushan is there, bad thing is that it become bhushan because it is just given to the God. Bhushan become dushan because he not surrender, he he never think it is God's property, it is my property.
yes. Yeah. Swamiji, you have highlighted this important point that Vidya Dadati Vinay. the purpose of education or the end result of education is humility. So, what exactly is the mechanism? Is it surrender to God, or is it love for all human beings, or higher realization that I am just an instrument? How it happens, and why we, most of the time, most of us end up with ego and not Vinay. So, what should be our thought process? How to handle this situation?
See how the that is God consciousness. If you have the power, if suppose you have passed or you get some result, immediately do you remember it is because of the God I got it. Ego will be vanished. But most of the people say it is my caliber. I have done it. I have done. I have done. So any success, even if you have the right bar courage, but that's kind of practice. Any success, if you get it, if you think because of the due to God, even in the failure, you can say it is God's wish. I succeeded, it is God's wish. So this kind of, they never feel I have done. I have done. So that is the difference between God consciousness, dadati bina vidya dadati bina. The right attitude of the education vidya, he always, every time thinks of God, it is God's property, God, we could do it to God, it has, we have achieved or I achieve.
Yes, thank you, Swamiji. I think
Time
wonderful
is over.
discussion. Yeah, still 5 minutes. Anybody wants to ask any question, then we'll close the session. Thank you, Swamiji. Anyone wants to? So we have discussed about surrender to God and disciplined life in today's question answer session. Yes, anyone?
Pranam Maharaj ji.
हाँ
Hello.
बोलो.
Ravindra is there.
हाँ.
बोलो.
जैसे like in childhood, like we have the goal that is tangible. We can see that we have to pass, we have to get this much marks. So there is focus. We study for the marks. There is a target. But in spiritual light, it is in, we can't see, means we can't feel God, and means it's very intangible. Means how to set target, how to realize the target, and
The
once
outside
unless
world, I
Mhm.
got it. The outside world, there is a goal and tangible. So we get inspiration. In inside, that is plus tangible to your feelings. Feel more calm, more joy, more bliss. The more you remember the God, surrender the God, whatever tangible result in the outside you get it, achieve it. If you surrender and no reaction of the mind become more cool, tranquil, peace, joy, which you want. That is also tangible in the feeling, here tangible in the eyes. Yes, I got this mark, this is my paper. And spiritual growth is inner growth. So that is also tangible through your feeling. Feeling will be more calm, quiet, and mind is not much disturbed by worldly thoughts much, agitation, noise. That is also there to tangible through feelings, experience of the life. You got it?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
क्या मैं ठीक बोला?
Yes, Swamiji. Excellent. So we have all Akhil, Reddy, Mukta, Praveen, Puneet, and Ravindra. All right. So I'll stop the recording.